Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. Count Your Coins is back. I have a new layout set up, and let's discuss what has happened in 2024 and what are we doing for 2025. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so for and foremost is hello. It's been a minute with Count Your Coins, about a year to be exact. So I was actually going through all my videos and sort of looking through, see what's going on, what's new, what do I need to be doing, because now the life in Tennessee is starting to settle. And I did rearrange the way things are for the Count Your Coins. I changed it around after I used it for a whole entire year. I changed some layouts around. I did change some stuff, change some pages and all that stuff. So the last time I did a Count Your Coins video, and I'm trying to see, so give me a minute. Okay, so the last video I see was in July 24 of 2024, which makes sense because that is about the time that we were selling our home in Connecticut and doing the big move to Tennessee, figuring out life. I also want to apologize if you hear the kids in the background or Coco Melon, not sponsored by the way, because they're here doing their thing. So yes, this was the last version of 2024. Somewhere around halfway point of clearly we stopped because of the simple fact that we were selling the home. I did change some of the formats on how my cashless sinking funds go. So I created a new version of the cashless sinking funds. I created a new way of the balance tracker, and I created a new way of category balancing, and I also put in there a different spending trackers. Debt tracker also was different, and I also put in a budget between the monthly and the debt tracker in the new book. I now made it active, so if you are interested, it is in Amazon. I will put the links below, but all you gotta do is look for me and Amazon Esmeralda Campbell, and it'll pop up all the ones that are available. Now, I did have this cover for 2024, and 2025 actually. Where's 2025? Hold on. Alright, so here I popped up the stuff in Amazon. I have a 52-week agenda, which is this one for 15 bucks. This is supposed to be 2025, Count Your Coins, and then I have 2024. And those two are the only ones of three that are, well, Count Your Coins is available for your budgeting. Agenda is actually like a calendar kind of thing, if that's what you're interested. These are the three that are available right now. All right, arranging that was a headache. So this was 2024 cover. This is 2025 cover, and then this is supposed to be 2026 cover. That's not available. It'll be available starting January. I have 2025 on this because I needed to make sure that the books will be in order the way they're supposed to be working. So I used it for my 2025. Clearly, the not for resale will not be in your books. So for 2026, I'll be using this cover. I'm sorry, but I'm like all out of sort. So this will be the cover for 2025. If you're interested in the books format cover, this one is available in 2024. This is an non-dated book. So when you open it up, you have my dedication, obviously. The hashtag count your coins, I already started it. It's not that many, but you know, if you want to continue it, you're welcome. And then here I put in the first page was the steps on how we do the count your coins format in my book. You can change it around if you want. I also put in a membership and a subscription for you to keep track. So obviously you would put January, February, March, that kind of thing. I did write it on mine because I do have subscriptions. So this is how I ended up using it. I put in January, February, March with my marker. It is undated. There is no dates, no nothing. So if you want to buy this today and start it in the month of August, you can start in August, right? So I put in January, February, March. I did put in the ones that are monthly, and I just put an arrow to tell me that that comes out monthly. I didn't write it down in every single one of them. You could if you want. And then the ones that come out yearly are the ones that I highlighted in blue because it doesn't happen all the time. It's yearly that it comes out. And then I have the ones that happen to come out every month, which for me is Pandora the Music, Peacock, Paramount Plus, HP our printer, and Organ, which is our maintenance for mosquitoes at the house, obviously. Bring you in a little closer. The first page, what I ended up doing was I did my financials, the savings that I have. I want to say, technically, I would put the balances that I'm starting with in January for all of my savings, but because I was testing out the book sometime last month in July, I couldn't go back to look to see the savings. So it would have been, you know, a little off. Then I have my goals for 2025 is what I put on there. And then these are the color coordination format for my sinking funds. I put it in here so I can, you know, my brain can remember it. Every year I do change my color format, so that's why I put it in there. So this is the blank page, clearly. Starting in 2026, obviously we'll do it together, but because of the testing I couldn't do it. Now here's what it looks like empty. So here's the empty month. So if you want to start August, obviously you can do August, and then you can go ahead and start. My brain is I start my weeks on a Monday, I end with the Lord on a Sunday for the week. So all of the calendars do have a Monday start, FYI. If you don't like that, sorry. And I don't have another format because Amazon is very tricky. That's how the title of the books have to be the year, because they only let me a certain amount of, I guess, titles is my guess thinking. I mean, I don't know how many I'm gonna be able to do, and changing the cover, so that'll be, I guess, in the future we'll get there. Here's your simple zero-based budget format. You put the month in here. Then I have my fixed asset. My budgeting is only 2 accounts. I have a main and a sinking. The totals of what you think you're gonna get, and then here is the actual once everything has been received. So everything has 2 columns, a budgeted and an actual. And then I have the fixed, your debts, the variable expensive, which is the sinking funds. You have your total at the end. You also have savings if you want to forward things to savings. And then you have everything down here, which is common sense. Obviously, you put your total for your income, which it comes from here. So total 1, total 2, total 3, total 4, total 5. And then obviously you would take the top portion, reduce it with the rest. And then your formula is 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5 equals, and this should be 0. Or more money, or you do not want to be in the negative. If you're in the negative, then obviously you need to reduce something else in order to do a zero-based budget, or to have money extra, you would have to figure out something else in your budget. I can't explain that right now because obviously we're not doing that. We're just going through the pages. Here is your debt tracker for the month. You will put your month here. You have your bill trackers for the month, and then the column has all of your debts with the due date, your percentage of interest, your minimum payment, and your remaining balance. The reason I put the interest is because some people do percentage, the higher percentage first to pay off, and some people do the balances. So like Dave Ramsey, I think it does the debt snowball, which is the minimum balance you will pay off first, and then some people do the avalanche, which is based on the interest rate. So I did put the column there for whoever does it, whichever way you want to do it, as long as you get out of debt. That's the goal here. Here is your bill tracker, so you will put all your actual bills, the due date. I gave you an X mark to clear it out whenever you paid it off or whenever it came out of your bank, and then your minimum due. They also have a total at the end because I like to keep track of what I spent on bills every month and how much debt I paid off, if any, every month and every year. So we keep track of that yearly as well. Then here is your spending tracker / bank register. So you have your account. So I usually use the first one is my main account, and then my beginning balance, and I give you, I think it's 3 pages of that. There's 45, I think, lines here, so 45 times 3. I'm horrible in math. That's how much transactions you can do. Your balance for the month, I keep categories for my balances. So if I go back, there's a category here, and when my main account, this is more for bills, and I do keep track of whether it's a bill, my income, donations is usually what I keep track of here. If I use money for anything else, I put the same category in there, whether it's like clothes or home repairs, because sometimes I'll end up using my main account for that kind of stuff. But usually is just debt, income, donation, and that kind of stuff. And then we keep track of it. So here's an example back in January of 2024. And then I did have, you see, bills. This is the main account. We still had debt because we didn't sell the house yet. So this is 2024, or is this 2025? No, 2025, sorry. The beginning of, in January of 2025. And then I have a lot of stuff in here that had to do with home and repairs because of the fact that we were like selling the house, still repairing things in the Tennessee home. So, but I still kept track of it, of whatever it was. So here at the end of this page, which is the category, I did put bill, donation, debt, repair, transfer to savings, income, home, clothes, personal. I still give it a category even if it's part of the sinking fund. Then the next one that starts over here is your sinking fund account. Same thing, balance. They all have the same pages. You get 3 times 45, I think. And then this is the new way of your cashless sinking fund tracker. I found this a little bit better than the old version that I had because it gave me more space to write down what it is. I'm trying to find one that I've done it in because I'm still playing around with the book, but I did want to make a updated video on this, so I am so sorry. I apologize. But like, here is one that I didn't do it completely, but you see, you put farm, gardening, membership, medical, car, clothes. You put your beginning balance, and then from the beginning balance, I put the date, what did I spend it on, whether it's Tractor Supply, that's where we usually spent farm money in. I take the amount and then I reduce it from that amount, and it gives me my balance. And then I'll just keep reducing until I don't have any more. And then I give you enough envelopes because everyone is different. Each page has 4, and then I give you 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. 4 times 4, right? 4 times 4. Then the last page is the categories of your sinking funds. So then now you have your sinking funds. And then the point of this is in your sinking funds. This looks a little bit different. I don't think I have this in the new one, in the newest version. I don't think. Let me see. Where's the newest version? No, I think you are the newest version. Maybe not. Hold on. Okay, I think in the newer version, if I can remember correctly, this line is not there because I did it incorrectly. So I didn't want to go and buy myself another book. These were for me to test on. So obviously you're supposed to put your fund category, whichever it is, whether it's grocery, whatever you had the prior month balance. So at the end of each envelope, you're going to have a balance here, and that's the balance that you're going to bring here. And then the prior month, if it was, let's say, $1, and then the new month you have $1, then obviously your new total is $2. Oh no, this is your spending. Sorry. I'm being distracted. Alright, so this is your category spending of your sinking fund. So groceries, if I spent $139 last month, it goes here. And then the new month, you're going to go in here and you're going to calculate everything you spent, which will be in this total here. And you're going to put it here. So if I spent $139, then this month I spent $140, then it gives you the total of the $280, right? Because you want to know how much you're spending the whole entire year in any of your categories. Now the new funding of the month is then you're going to do groceries. How much do you actually fund? And then your ending balance, that's whatever on this column is what's going to go here. And then you're going to do the 500 plus whatever ending balance it is. Let's say is $1. Now your total for your new month is 501. And then when you go into your new month, which is over here, and you put groceries, that's the 501 is going to go here. Now it'll be easier once I start doing it with you guys in 2026, and then you'll see what I'm able to accomplish here. And then the new month starts, and then you start again. Now you have September, your budget, and so forth. So I just wanted to show you guys that now it is back in Amazon, and you are able to go back and purchase the book if you're interested. So the only thing that I did change was I changed the format of obviously the steps. I gave you subscription and memberships. I gave you a budget section. I gave you more room for tracking and register. What else did I change? And then I gave you more room for your cashless sinking funds. So, yep. I will put the link below. I am getting rusty at this, but you know, what can I say? I'm trying to look at what else I need to let you know. Don't forget that the only two available formats right now will be this one. Not format, your cover and the book cover. And then for 2026, we'll be getting this cover for 2026. Not sure how many covers I'm able to do in Amazon. And so far, I do have a program for this one to be 2027. So I'm not sure how many I can do after that. I am trying to see if I can get different colors so it can be not too girly. I am gonna try to see if I can put a black one in there, but I can only put one at a time. I'm not able to put a bunch of them out there, which is totally horrible. So we'll see how it goes. But thank you for watching. God bless. Can't wait to start with you guys in 2026 to start doing this Count Your Coins monthly budget book. I have been doing shorts on it, not in depth of the book, but at least for you guys to see that I'm still using the Count Your Coins budget book. So thank you for watching. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.